And I really believe in the idea of the separation of church and state.
Right.
And the separation of that is private, and that is individual, and that which is collective. And I find it completely, on many levels, unacceptable that human sexuality in its various formats is something that can be legislated, that's something that can be governed. Because no matter which way you look at it, and I don't think this is anything new in our time and age. I think like 5000 BC, there was people who are engaging in homosexuality, who are heterosexuals, who are asexual, like who knows the range of human sexuality, right? And I don't imagine that we're the first people to have these conversations. History has shown many times that it was easy to target a group of people, say we are now declaring as a state that this is immoral, or this is illegal, or this is. And for me, I think that's actually the act of terrorism. The idea that people who have a political power or political will can then dictate to society a moral code. And I think that we've just let it get completely out of hand. Like, politicians have no business discussing miniskirts, none, or like
sexuality.
Who you sleep with, none.
Especially when there are greater issues, far greater issues.
And I think for me, it's like, because this is not even an issue.
Can I flip it a little bit?
Yes,
because,
sir.
Again, seeing that it's a personal thing, and I think where I would see I don't know, I think terrorism is a strong word, but like where I'd see the side that you would call terrorism is, because you are this way, because you're a certain way, right now you find we're at a point where society is almost like, the way we had a girl child, and so before it was like, support the girl child because the girl child is special. Now it's just like, yo, I'm gay, and so I demand to get like, I want to be serving it, and I'm just like, it doesn't define you, because I like to sleep with women, doesn't mean I should get X, Y, and Z. True. And so I feel now it's at a point where, because of the conversation that's happening, the people in the homosexual box, if it's a box, are using it now as it's like a card. It's the card that you play. It's like, I have cancer, and so you guys should be nice to me, and so like,
give me the pocket.
So you guys are not gonna treat me because it's now become that thing. And like, if it's such a personal thing, like that's something that happens in your house. Okay, when you come out here, we're all the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no special place. So those are things now where the legislation comes in, is stuff like marriage and stuff like that, which is defined by society or religion or whatever, which is supposed to be a certain way, gets affected when now, because we have our cards out, we're going to pull out a card and we also want to get married. And we also want to be able to, and we want to have a gay rep. When you go to vote now,
like the women
gay rep. And so now it becomes a thing that's not private anymore, because you shove it in our faces for the people who are not, right? And I'm like, it's okay for you to be, but that's a personal thing. So we don't also want to have like a situation where like, are we over embracing? That would be my question.
So in your definition, terrorism is like putting your ideas on me as well.
Yeah, so now it's become a thing.
Embrace my gayness.
Yeah, you must love it. It's a thing you must love now. It's like, if you don't like us, we wage our war against you now, because that guy does not like us.
But does it not boil down to equality? Don't they deserve to be treated equally?
But they're not different. They're not different because of what they like to do in bed. That's what I think.
People are so up in arms about sexuality because it's not Christian, or a Muslim. It goes against what these doctrines have put on paper. Just as terrorism is now looked at as a Middle Eastern thing, which is absolutely unfair, and my heart really goes out to those who are marginalized and stereotyped around that, because any one of us at this table could be a terrorist.
True, but I'm not.
Yeah.